How's everybody doing? Are we all doing well?
It's the Miscellaneous Podcast.
Wonderful to hear. That's so wonderful.
I'm your host, Polly.
I'm Frasley.
I'm Dirac.
Just call me Jeff.
And we have a cupcake in a corner.
Is it a strawberry or chocolate cupcake?
I don't know.
Strawberry, bitches.
With a title that says it all.
Holy crap, Polly. You need to, tell me when you're recording.
Let's get to it.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Sephariah. Come on an adventure with me. From Warcraft to Hearthstone, music to books, and everything nerdy in between, visit the blog at sephariahsadventure.wordpress.com.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. Started way back in history with that
Yeah, where's Josh?
Josh has a weird work schedule. So when he can be on, he'll come on when he can.
I know the feeling.
Actually, hold on. Let's see what his schedule is right now. Thank you for reminding me. Did everybody hear the last show yet?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think of it? It was a good idea.
Oh, and I thought it was the most, it was desirable. I thought it was just absolutely fantastic. I couldn't get enough.
Yeah, it's so fantastic.
Yeah, I had a lot of leader schnoodles.
I didn't listen to it yet, but I heard it was an adventure.
It was in a magical kingdom. Some would say that it smelled of sex and lilacs. I personally thought it was lilacs and gooseberries, but it was wonderful.
And the elderberries taste like elderberries.
They did. The elderberries taste like elderberries.
Thank you for eating all my elderberries. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I used to be sweet on a girl around here. She used to put juniper berries in her mead.
Yeah.
Man, it looks like it's going to be like the end of December before Josh can come back on.
I thought you were going to say before Skyrim.
Yeah, I was thinking Skyrim.
It's going to be
the
end
Umbrella
of December before
Corporation.
Skyrim comes.
Oh,
Which,
man.
by the way, my one of my horde paladins in Warcraft is actually named. So, there's
Did
a
you
whole
guys
story
hear
behind
her name? Because all I saw was he's named. Boop.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't hear
ghost is
anything.
in the machine today. I'm hearing a lot of...
You know what? Sometimes I let go of the button. Fresley knows this from me being on a show. I need to learn how to press the button. The red candy-like button.
Or you do what KRL does and just leave it open and make everybody echo.
That's my boy. That's why I was wondering where he was at. And Josh,
See, I'm making noises like in the background.
I mean, it sounds like you're having a gnomish sex party.
Oh, wow. It's good having you back, Frasley. I've been missing you the last couple of times.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Did you see they rebooted the Summoning Stone?
Yeah, I did not get a chance because last night I was actually playing WoW, so I didn't get a chance to watch. And then when the Convert to Raid was doing theirs, I was playing Batman Arkham Asylum. So there's two shows I got to get caught up on.
Well, I checked out the podcast. It's just like it was before I jumped in last time. So, yeah.
So it's missing that poly flavor.
Yeah. Like the second show, they had music in the background, but... Yeah.
That sweet, sweet poly sound, you know. Everybody needs those
The sweet flair.
Right?
So we wanted to... Actually, I only have one thing to kind of cover today, which is questions, because I don't know. Social media.
Questions. So many questions.
So the other day I was talking to the funny gent, and he was watching something on his phone, and I was like, oh, is that a Vine? And he looks up and goes, the Vines haven't been around for a while. So...
Oh, yeah. They're coming back as Byte, I heard.
Byte?
Oh, so they are coming back.
Yeah, though everybody who was on Vine went to YouTube, and then they went to Musical.ly, and then they went to TikTok, and then Byte's coming back. And then So, Bytes, the official Vine, though TikTok has kind of taken over Vine in a way. But yeah, Polly, you said that somebody was still watching Vine.
No,
I'm not hip with the kids anymore.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
He didn't know what a Vine was.
So I thought I would do we'll do a show all on social media. But the problem was I started doing research, and it was too much research. So I figured I'll ask all you nice, fine co-hosts and everything, what's your opinion of social media? But let's start from the beginning. The beginning for me for social media was chat rooms in the early 90s with AOL. Then it went to MySpace. Then it went to Facebook. And then it went to Twitter and so on and so forth. And now I'm lost. Because I think there's so much going on, I don't even know where to go. So let's start there.
Oh, let's not forget about Pinterest. That's my favorite.
There's just so many to choose from, to go to, that I wouldn't even know what to do. So I guess let's go around the room, and I want everybody's opinion and takes on this. From their beginnings all the way up till now. How about that? I'm
going to raise my hand and say, did anybody else find MySpace to be absolute garbage and trash and stuff? Always weird.
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. You're going to have to redo that. Give me a second. For some reason, I got a bunch of noise playing in my ear right now. So talk louder as we try to fix this.
Well, what do you want to know?
Just funny things. I meant, we're going to get back to that, but right now I got to figure out where this music's coming from. So just make fun of me or do whatever you guys want to do while I try to fix this.
Polly's weird, and he smells kind of nasty.
It's the Miscellaneous Podcast!
Well, with Polly pooping his pants. Congratulations. He needs a shower after this.
Oh, I found what it was. My WoW was playing in the background.
Yeah, I always felt like MySpace was the weird, cesspool of degenerates that really didn't know what they were doing.
Is that when you started?
Pretty much where Facebook is now.
Yeah, but Facebook in my head is by default better, and I don't know why I feel that way. I always just thought that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right, I'm going to ask the same question over again. You're talking about you first started on MySpace? There was nothing before then?
Chat rooms and stuff, I always felt weird going into, but they were there. They were available.
Oh, okay, you can continue back on. I was just curious.
That and the way back in the day, I did a lot of the Yahoo Music stuff. Going and talking about bands and stuff like that. But beyond that, I really didn't touch it until...
Yeah, I was back in AOL chat rooms. Then I went to forums. I was part of a 3D chat world called Active Worlds. And there were news groups. I did blogging. I didn't really get into MySpace as much as I should have. It was more of a promotional period back when I was doing YouTube. It was not until Facebook that I got into actual social media, and then it took me a while to actually get into Twitter.
Is YouTube considered social media?
I think nowadays, because especially they've added a thing where creators can post updates. There's a community, but in the YouTube comments, but there are, in my opinion, people who don't realize that what they say on YouTube comments can hurt the creator, and I think that that's the only downside, is that YouTube's fostered a very toxic community.
There's trolls everywhere you go now.
Everybody's like that, but a lot of the comments and stuff for years and years have been just
Yeah, you find you're great people, but if you go to a big video with thousands of views, I end up seeing comments. I'm I never should have checked it. But then again, Facebook is the same way. If someone is a popular post, you typically get in the comments and everything is animal abuse or something, and there's some way that whoever posted that is wrong, or it goes into politics.
What about yours, Duroc?
What's the social media shit stuff?
Where to start?
My first thing was, honestly, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't big on social media, and I'm still really not. But my first thing was MySpace. I didn't mind it at the time. I would just make my profile, my picture look all cute and bubbly, and I'd play music in the background. If you came in, the first thing you'd hear was the Tenacious D, "'Cause it's the pick!" And that was about it.
I liked MySpace.
Yeah, that was why I liked it, because you could do all this shit with it that was really cool. Facebook nowadays, I mean, you guys were pretty much hitting the nail on the head. I get on Facebook now, and I get so damn depressed. I get on and I'm seeing nothing but like just horrible shit. If somebody's arguing about something, if I try to post something and I think it's funny, somebody will be like, "Oh, that's not funny at all," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, mind your own." That's your prerogative. Thank you. I remember I had a moment on Facebook, and this is actually when I fly, mind you, Paul, you know what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
When I fly, I'm very I'm like the freaking airport security's number one guy. They see me and they're like, "Okay, we got to strip him. We got to check him. We got to check him out." So every time I fly, something bad happens and shit just goes awry. So anywho, one time I had to take my pants off. They had to examine my pants. They had to do all this shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But anywho, for my wedding, for me and my wife, when we went to Los Angeles, I was wearing just, these black swishy pants, just like sweatpants, if you will. And I dinged in the crotch area. Okay. And the security guard is like, "Sir, do you have any metallic limbs or anything?" And I was like, "It must be my balls of steel, because these are sweatpants. I don't understand. Pockets are empty." So I had to stand aside. He's patting me down. And mind you, to get to the Facebook, I post this story on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, so, this happened to me. This happens every time I fly. I get pulled aside. I get checked, da-da-da-da-da. It's just something that I'm, sharing to the world. I thought it was funny, right? So a girl that I knew from high school comments, and she's like, well, I prefer them to do that because you don't know what'll happen. So I applaud them for doing that to you, because you did it. And I was like, first off, this is a freaking Facebook joke. Secondly, I did kind of feel a little violated, because this is every time I fly. It's not like, I'm getting on and here I go. Now, I got an Xbox 360 I'm flying with, and the woman goes, "What kind of a gun is that?" It's an Xbox 360. Well, what is that? Ask your grandson. I don't fucking know. But anywho, this girl's just going on, and mind you, we ended our relationship over a fucking Facebook post. And it was like, dude, seriously, come on.
I mean, I get it. I get the expression that she was trying to relay.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to also understand, when you're typing, and this is the truth, not just for social media, particularly, but anytime that you put in type, sometimes it doesn't come across the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, yeah, I could read it. I could read it totally different than how you're expecting. If you were saying something in your head and you wrote it, it could sound so different from how I'm reading it. You know what I mean?
Right. And the thing is all I would have told is be like, "Hey, can I call you or FaceTime you and explain what I meant, because it didn't come off the right way." Now, with that being said, I'm very I try to be very clear when I type, because I know people are very just that way. They can misread everything I say, and I'm just you know what? I'm happy they do it. I'm glad they're with security, but
yeah,
I understand the frustration. Those lines would have been
okay. But what I'm saying, well, we're kind of jumping off the topic I kind of want to do. But
jumping ship.
Because this feels like this is the direction where it's headed. But let's pull it back a bit. So everybody kind of said their spiel about where they came from, where they can. for example, when we were saying about YouTube and Vines, and you guys are talking about Bytes and all this other stuff, when I think of social media, I think of those little celebrity guys that are making money off their whatever they're doing. And then the question for me is, how easy or hard is it really to make money off social media? Is it merely just a chance happening, or?
I mean, I can only speak from what I know and what I. So, like, I have a blog. Everybody knows this. Is it huge? No. But do I
this
share
is the part where
Yeah.
you're supposed to promote it and just blatantly say what your blog is.
Yeah, everybody go read DeathRiseAdventure.wordpress.com. Everybody read it because it's fantastic. It's sparkling. You know, Jirok. I mean, and I think everybody needs to listen to Jirok when he says, go read it. But anyway. But yeah, like, is it huge? No. Is it, but people read it. And I'm like, I'm even lucky that I get people to read.
Is she cutting out, or is it just me?
Okay, I think she's cutting out. I'm just myself.
Okay, because I
think-
just changed the server thinking if that was me or not. Zeph, you still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was distracted for a second, and I think
no.
my Discord's acting funky.
How funky is your chicken?
How loose is your goose? And by the way, hi, Chicken Coalition. That's my rating. Anyway, but yeah,
Frasley,
do I
jump
need to-
in with this, please, if this is
Yeah.
anything. I
So
miss you,
I
buddy.
I'd say with the success in anything, you have to know what are you after, and if success and money is your primary focus, I think you will fail no matter what it is. You have to truly love what you're doing, put in the grind. I hear YouTubers talk about the grind. I hear bloggers talk about the grind. There is a grind. If you truly love what you're doing and you would do it no matter what, that's when money may eventually make it.
Yeah.
But you do it with that in mind and not money, time, or fame.
But we ain't no Philip DeFranco up in this bitch, Frasley. Like, I'm never gonna get that level of fame. Sorry.
But you never know. You might. It's one of those, if you keep at it, you build up your skill. Every time you post something, you're building a skill. And
Yeah, but it just seems like those YouTubers and stuff do like a 12-second really quick video and everyone watches it and has to watch it, over and over and over again. And then next thing you know, they're millionaires living on their own and flying to wherever and posting weird things they do.
don't get me wrong, I want that. I mean,
I do too. How do I
I'm-
get it? Is the
Yeah,
question.
And I think it comes down to sometimes right timing, but I think sometimes it comes down to just grinding it out over and over again.
Yeah. If any of y'all,
That humble hustle.
yes, humble hustle.
It's not like you're
I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you.
You gonna smack the fuck out of me? What I do?
Just for being a smart ass, and I love
I'm not being a smart ass. I'm saying humble hustle. I was agreeing with you. I was.
I love you.
I mean, because every
Bless
week
you.
I am putting out the amazing Frazzlecast that you can find on your podcast players, and every week it's like I am
See,
always
that's how
wanting.
you do it. That's how you shamelessly promote.
Wait, Presley puts out?
Whoa, that changed it up a bit.
Well, if we're all plugging our own shit here.
Plug away, sir.
Plugging. Well, I don't know. Do y'all do Twitch? I just got on the Twitch train.
Ooh,
So,
you got a
like-
Twitch channel?
I do have a Twitch channel.
Ooh.
I just got on the Twitch train. My name is Jarok, Jarokk, Cog, COG, 89. Jarok Cog 89 because I'm a big fan of fucking Gears of War. Come at me. But anywho, that's my name on there. But I just started that shit not long ago. And it's fun as shit when you can get enough people, Holy shit, Fraz found me. No shit.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do the auto host because I do Twitch too. I'm getting hit by the bandwidth bug every time. Sometimes it's like my stream will go down, but Twitch is fun, and when you have people chatting with you, It's like, how you doing? Oh, you're doing good. I mean, it makes it where it's not just a one-sided thing.
Yeah. So I play Mountain Blade on it. I don't know if you know that, Fred. Do you play Mountain Blade? Does anybody in here play Warband? Mountain Blade? No? Okay. Let me just be real here. It can be really boring to kind of, I think, watch, but to play the shit is just fun. And I love to, like, make voices. I do shit. I'm retarded in it, and I'm not that great. But, you know, those are the people that I'm getting to watch. I'm getting a lot of people watching that shit. If I'm playing something else or, like, doing something else, nobody's fucking watching me. I'll be, like, just sitting there with myself, just like, okay, well, I'm all alone. How are all of you that aren't in the channel with me? Good. But anywho, Twitch is fucking fun. Twitch is great. I enjoy it. But I want to do more than, like, video games in it, and that's what's awesome about it, is that you can. You can go to the IRL and do all types of shit, man. You know, I want to get my dogs out there just wrestling, running around, and just, you know.
You just want to do a video of your dogs wrestling around?
Who's at that dog?
Well, you know what, Paul? They're fucking. Two, they probably get more fucking.
What was it again?
Said, number one, Polly, they're adorable. Is the ghost in the machine still? Are we getting fucked? Number one, Polly, they're adorable. Number two, Polly, they'd probably get more viewers than me because. And number three, they're just. Oh God, I don't want to meet the person that doesn't.
I used to have a dog. I don't want a dog because of the work involved, but I love dogs. And whenever I see a dog, I love it.
Oh, yeah. There are, dude. I love those people that are like, I used to think that I couldn't stand having dogs until I had kids or some shit like that. All those people. Now, I'm not a parent. I don't know, but I'm a puppy parent. And I will say that my dogs are like fucking kids.
I think we need to
come at me.
Play this back, go a little slower to hear everything he's saying.
What happened?
Nothing.
Am I cutting out?
No, you just start speeding up, and I was just like, should we just like record you, play it back, and go?
Oh, dude, go! When you edit the shit, put me in slow mo, and then you'll have me just. So when the dogs come out, yeah, it'd be fucking great.
I was making a reference from the movie The Crow.
From the movie The what?
The Crow.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that in so long with Brandon.
I always love the beginning when she's doing the intro. It's like you want to give her a glass of water because she has that raspy voice.
Oh. I'm coming to get you. Come and get me.
He's like, when he's all taping him up. There ain't no coming back, man.
The fucking dude in the alley with the fucking knives. That was my favorite. He takes his shirt off and he just has these knives all over.
Victims, aren't we?
Make him. Yeah. I love that fucking movie. Fucking Brandon Lee. That is the movie that is made when you have gunplay on fucking films. That's the reason why you got to go offline, because of poor Brandon Lee.
I was taken aback by back in the day when we heard about that he died. We always got the scene wrong. Everybody said it was the scene where he jumps on the table and everybody shoots at him.
No, it was the last.
No,
it was
with what's his nut?
It was with Party Boy when he jumps in his room, and there's that really cool scene where he's like putting his forehead up on the light bulb that's hanging down, and he shoots him right then and there. Where he's sitting in bed with Darla, and he shoots him. That's when it happened. And the guy who played Party Boy never did TV and movie for like years because he thought he's like, I fucking killed Brandon Lee. So
yeah, well, that's what and also like you got to think about it. When back then, well, not even back then, but just in general, you're shooting blanks in those guns, I mean, and not only that, but there's a reason that in film, and the beauty about film is you can trick people. Like, I catch it because I fucking know. I can watch a film and I can tell you that gun's offline. They're totally pointing that shit outside of their, the fucking head ring. But back then in The Crow, that dude didn't do that, and somebody slipped a fucking live round in there and got Brandon. For what fucking reason, who knows?
Well, they didn't say, I mean, I guess you can call it a live round, but what they said was there was a jam or something, and the guy who cleared it out didn't check the chamber, so it was actually like debris that shot him.
Yeah, let's just call it like the Prestige. Somebody put a fucking penny in there, and
and that's why they're always saying, you have to be careful about how you clean your guns, because that has been known to hurt people and kill them.
There's
Unfortunately,
Bruce Campbell, great actor. He was on a podcast. I think it was Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, but he's talking about how nowadays he gets mad if they use blanks. He's like, you have computers now, we don't need to do the blanks. We don't need to do anything. You just point the gun, pretend like you're shooting it, and then he's like, because it's Hollywood. We can just edit all that in. And I was like, that's a good point.
It's true. Yeah.
And that's a lot more safety related too. And not only that, you don't have to worry about the person that you're aiming at or anybody around you, and even yourself. Like that would make a lot of.
Mm-hmm. So back to social media.
Back to it, please. we keep wandering off the path.
It just felt like in the beginning, it felt easy, a little bit more manageable than what it is now, in my opinion, and I could be wrong.
Well, there's also like so many different kinds now.
That's the thing.
Shit.
All of a sudden,
I don't even know. My wife's got Instagram, all this shit, and I'm over here like I just go to Facebook, and I don't even like being on that. Well, I got Twitch, but
I really tried it at like keeping track of everything and kind of staying up to date with Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's like an 8-hour job.
Yeah. Well, and they each have their own community. They each have their own. You have to finely tune each one of them. And then there's a fear of missing out that, I'm not on this one thing. I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
And it's trying to to make sure that you're.
You know what? Let me sort of step over your FOMO here for a second, Bradley, and talk very specifically about, because I had an interaction with Twitter just after Thanksgiving. And basically one user within the WoW community, mind you, or Warcraft community, called out another about things in their past. But yet, their next tweet was something that was highly offensive and like they didn't care about people and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm blocking both of these people. Forget this. I don't care enough. So I sort of get frustrated at people, especially on Twitter. I'm like, forget it. I don't need this crap. I'm blocking you.
Did we lose her?
No, I'm still here.
It used to be better when it was just Time magazine.
Right.
No, I loved MySpace from back in the day. Getting back to that, because I could design
take
my
the
own
quest.
page, do
what
everything.
Superhero are you? I mean, take the quiz. What superhero are you?
Facebook stuff now?
Well, no, that was back at the fucking MySpace. But yeah, Facebook does all that quiz shit too.
But they were more fun back then, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like now on Facebook, I struggle to keep up with everybody's birthdays. I get on there, it's like 2 days ago, Billy had a birthday. Well, how come you didn't say hi to him? What?
Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you right now. Every time Facebook says, it's so-and-so's birthday, come on in. I'm just like, fuck it, dude. There's too many people. I can't say happy birthday to every fucking buddy. When it's my birthday, I've noticed this. When it's my birthday, you'll get people that literally it's so automatic to them that it's like, they're like, I'm just going to show this person love. Happy birthday. That's all it is. Plain Jane. And then you look at like their recent activity and they say happy birthday to like everybody whose birthday is on that day. I'd prefer you to just not even say fucking happy birthday to me because you're just doing it automatic. It's just like if, at your day job, when you get a fucking gift, when you get a card from your employer and they're like, it's just a fake fucking card. They just print their fucking name out for everybody and just give you a card. Here, congratulations for your birthday. You don't give a shit.
No.
Yeah, you don't give a shit that it's my birthday. Did you personally write this out and say, John, thank you so much. Happy birthday. You've been here for how long? No, you don't. It's the same with Facebook. Oh, it's their birthday. Let's give them a poke.
Well, that could be the truth for anything, really.
Well, that's true.
I mean...
true. That's true.
Okay.
I mean, if you're, like, there's And maybe I'm very, very thinking old school this way
Mhm.
because of how we grew up. Like, there is something to be said when you write out a letter to somebody that says,
Sure.
hey, I love you, happy birthday, here's a little drawing that I made. Like, that's cool. Like, I like keeping stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, definitely. But I'm not saying like that. What I'm saying is that just the you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like if you take the time out of your day and you go out, you buy me a fucking gift card, like as a personal gift card, you know what I mean? And you're gonna write John, happy birthday. You're gonna personalize it. You're
Who's
not
John?
Personalize it. I don't know who the fuck John is. Who the fuck is John?
John.
Jimmy Johns. Freaky fast. He's freaky fucking cool. If you say Jirok, fuck, I already botched it. Whatever. But fucking, if you're gonna personalize it, you're gonna say Jism J, Jirok, whatever. That's awesome. That's great. But if you just get on Facebook and it's every single day, it's everybody's birthday. And you know what? You're right. If you just say happy birthday, that's probably great. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole. I must be a fucking asshole.
No.
I'm a Richard. The more I'm listening to myself, the more I'm realizing I'm just a dick.
No, that's what I was saying. Sorry, kind of doing two things at once here. So,
That's fine.
Social media, now let's go past Facebook. So we all established Facebook. We still go back to Facebook, but there's this whole world past Facebook that I don't understand. Snapchat. Let's go to that one. Isn't that like just where people show them doing naked shit and stuff?
Well, I mean, I guess some people do. Like, I heard stories like that too. But I just generally, like, if you're going to do that, why not just do YouTube?
For me, I like making content that's going to last. And I like the filters on Snapchat. Like, there's even like a app for the Mac and PC where you can use Snapchat filters and like Twitch streams and stuff like that. So yeah, Jirok, definitely look up the Snap camera if you want to be Sylvanas singing. I've already made Sylvanas singing pictures for YouTube. But Snapchat itself, I don't like because it goes away. I heard people say they like doing the S post type of thing, but if I'm going to take the time to make content, I want it to last.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, like, it like you're hiding something. And plus, things on the internet really don't go away.
No.
If people really want it to stay. You know what I mean? Like, there are people out there that are malicious, let's face it. Like, if you take and I hate to put it this way, and I hate to sort of, like, put that out there, but if you put out a titty video, like, everybody's gonna keep that. I'm sorry. Like, your
sex
titties
always
are gonna be
sells,
on-
yep.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many of those are leaked of me.
I mean, I want to see the Jirok titties too, but gnome boobs are gonna be gnome boobs, no matter which way. Like, I don't know, it's like you already have your own like whatevers. You don't need.
For all of you
a
out
video.
there in the podcast land that are not understanding when they say gnome and stuff, we're literally in a room with two different people who play World of Warcraft a lot. I mean, really a lot.
I live in World of War.
You should see his gnomish girlfriend in WoW. She is so cute. With
Yeah.
hair and just pigtails, like
Does she have the biggest feet?
googly glasses.
Wait, are we talking about Kelsey Spanspark or
Sparkspan.
or? Oh yes. Though they're dating Keishan.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm done with this. Stop with this.
He hasn't returned your BattleNet messages. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I know a gnome that
So
would be
right
more than
now,
happy.
what is the media to go on to? What's the thing that all the kids are listening to?
Oh, I know the medium to go on to. The kids actually want to go on. Because I think what really is the one that is the most fun is Discord. I think it is the one where I've found the most meaningful things recently. You talk with people. It is like Twitter, but it's in a
Here's I guess my thing with Discord that I really hate. I feel lonely. So I get all everybody's servers. We get in there. I get my server. But if someone goes to a different server, man, you just lose everything. They're just gone. There ain't no coming back. Unless they send you a message going, hey, come over to this server. You're just sitting there all by yourself.
I just messaged you for my server, Folly.
Oh, thanks.
But I am with you.
Now I'm part of 19. It was closer to 30 at one point.
I'm in a lot,
Yeah,
too.
a lot.
And that is the one thing, is there is no central place. And MySpace kind of had that, where like you would go to people's pages, and wasn't there for a little while you would go to people's Facebook walls? Like you would actually visit them instead of just going to your timeline?
I don't know. But they have stories now, which kind of like Snapchat, isn't it?
I hate stories because they go away. It's like
the Facebook.
if you're good. Yeah, it's like if you're going to take the time to do something online, make it last.
Right.
Mm.
But there's safety in it disappearing. That's why you can put up like topless pics and then they're gone.
Now, Snapchat.
So they think.
Snapchat's made it to where you, if you take a hootie kai, they'll see it, right? If you save something or screenshot it, they'll know.
For the most part, there are ways to even hack them.
But even then, though, like, what can you do if they take a screenshot of it and keep it? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the way I look at it, whatever's on your phone, know that someone's probably going to see it. I mean, don't do stuff on your phone unless you want somebody else to have the possibility of...
Now, see,
Right.
I don't know. When it comes to Twitter, Snapchat, well, not Snapchat. When it comes to Twitter, Instagram, that kind of thing, I just follow celebrities and porn stars. I mean, that's pretty much all I do.
Raylene!
And this is the perfect point, like, and this is where I'm sort of heading with this, and Polly, you sort of hit it, is that people that get paid to do the boob shot or the whatever, like, that is the way that they make money. Like, I don't try to put people down for that because, hey, that's the way they make their money. Not for me, but, you know, that is out there forever, ever. Like, if you're going to do a video, you know, and you're banging every gnome that's out there, you know, anybody can find it.
Kim Kardashian.
Like, a new trend on YouTube is there are some stars of adult films that are slowly cleaning their house in very revealing clothing, and then they send people to their Patreons.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pay money for extra stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's good times.
Now, this is something that was brought to my attention, and I sort of want to talk about a topic.
Please.
And this was mentioned in the recent one of the most recent Philip Franco YouTube videos, is that there's celebrities that, you know, on their Twitters or YouTubes or whatever, that, you know, making a quick buck by being sponsored by some dietary supplement things. And it's like, what's the lady's name? Like Cardi B, I think her name is. She like was saying, hey, I'm using this stuff and it's working for me. And she had to look at her bottle to know what company it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
aren't there rules against endorsing? Like, because you should only endorse something that you use and know.
Well,
essentially people called them out for it, and I'm happy they did in a way. You know what I mean?
Like our sponsor, the Nitro Herbal Energy Drink. I've drinking it maybe a handful of times. It's okay. It's an energy drink. I'm not a big energy drink fan.
Right,
well,
but you're honest about that. That's the thing. Like, you only drink it every so often, which is what is recommended. Like, they don't tell you to say, hey, drink this every 10 minutes.
Well, and I think you bring up a good point, Steph, that the best ads are the ones that the person knows. I have bought things from podcast ads because the person truly used it and said what a great thing it is. I've got a pair of headphones that I only bought because the person was like, "Hey, here's how it worked with me." Whereas an ad from somebody's like, "Hey, buy this," and they don't put any personal testimony and don't give me experience, I'm not going to look at that as much.
No.
And that also brings up the point of, like, big moguls on YouTube, like, "Hey, here's a Jake Paul sweatshirt, buy it." You know, he made a song about it. I'm like, really? I'm not gonna buy your stuff just because you tell me to. Like, no.
So
That's
in the
a
end,
$45 sweatshirt that I could spend $45 on a bill for. Excuse me, thank you. I'd rather play WoW. I'm gonna.
so in the end, I guess what I'm kind of going after is, it's there. We've just spent 30 minutes talking about other things, not really related to it. Well, related to it. And that's what I like about it. But the bad thing is, let's talk about the dark side of social media. I never knew about this until, a couple years ago, about how bad bullying is going and stuff like that. And that irritates me because growing up as a kid, when you're bullied, you saw your bully, they were physically in front of you, and you could get to hit them. But now it's cyberbullying through social media is anywhere and everywhere, right? If it's everywhere.
I forgot what it was called. Something whale, blue whale, white whale, something or other like that. To where a lot of kids are getting into this trend where they'll meet somebody online that they don't know and they'll be friends, and then essentially it's like a 30-day thing to where it'll start with little things, be like, go punch your sister, go do this, start lying, and then by the end of it, the kid will be so pushed by this other person, they essentially would tell them, kill yourself.
Wow.
That is sick.
That's brainwashing.
Yeah. And I seen a video on this. I forgot what her name was, but she works as a therapist, and she's like, if I can find the video, I'll link it. But essentially, like, that is what is happening, and I'm like, really? Like, this is what this is coming to?
This is why I don't love the medium of text. Is when I was talking to somebody in person, I wouldn't say something mean to them because I could see the reaction to it. Whereas online, we can say things and not realize how it comes across.
Yeah. And like in person, when a bully is coming at you, I hate bullies. You can at least do something about it. Have y'all been ever cyber-bullied?
Oh, God, yeah. Every time I play a multiplayer game on anything, you know how many trolls are out there?
Now, is that just little kid shit talkers that you just kind of ignore because they're kids?
So here's interesting, okay? And this is sick to me. This is sick. I was actually twitching one day, and I was twitching. Asm. No, I was twitching one day, Friday the 13th game, right?
Right.
And I was playing it. There was probably this fucking 11-year-old child. And he wasn't even like, I don't know what the hell. He was like from Hungary or something. I have no idea where he was from. But he was speaking a different language, and the only English word that he knew was the N-word. And that's what he kept calling me. Oh. And throughout my whole Twitch, I'm over here like, kid, stop it. Stop saying that word. And he was just like, you. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that is inappropriate. I was like, stop saying that word.
Someone from Twitch for that word. And I
know. Well, the problem was that he wasn't on my Twitch. He was in my game. You know what I mean? So in the Friday the 13th game, I couldn't do anything about it. And I was just like, oh my God, dude, you really got to stop. Like, that's inappropriate. Like, what do your parents think of you? And he just kept saying, like, every time, dude, it was like fucking Greek fire. I'm throwing fucking water on the flame, and the shit's just spread. And I'm over here like,
okay. Is there a way to report somebody in that game for that?
Well, that game, Friday the 13th, there was something, they got sued or something, so they don't even like do anything really with the game. They don't even touch it anymore. So I don't think you really can report, but that's just an example of like just out there, dude. There's just so many people, and people feel like in real life, Paulie, you kind of hit it on the head. Like some people won't dare say shit to your face anymore nowadays, but put a fucking computer screen in front of them or a headset.
People,
ballers, and they're balls of steel,
right? For real.
Yeah. I call them e-ballers because once they get behind a keyboard, they grow massive balls of steel. But if you're standing in front of them, they won't do nothing.
Oh, for real.
Like, I've seen people like, there's a few people that I've run into like real life that like would say some stuff, but then once I blocked them and they were like right, like no more than like 5 feet away from me, they wouldn't say a word. And I'm like, oh, what's your problem?
Now, like, not really? To drag this into another topic, but to continue on with that one, do you think that society or the kids or whatever you want, a generation who's not going out and physically seeing bullies or dealing with life and just playing video games for long patches of time, do you think that that's going to affect the... Like I said, I don't want to change this into a whole other topic, but it does kind of relate to it, where, you know, is society going to change because of all this? Will there be just more, I don't know, without lack of a better term, pussies just everywhere that they don't want to...
You know, I wouldn't say like pussies per se, but what I'll kind of say is that for me, what I'm kind of viewing is that with the amount of bullying and just all that shit, like depression has hit like an all-time high. And I really kind of feel that in a way, social media in general as a whole could be a big thing about why there's so much depression nowadays. Because, I mean, shit.
Specifically, right now, what people are saying, of what I'm gathering, is that the group of people that have the most depression right now are between 17 and 30.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I was depressed when I was 17 over girls, right, or I didn't get the cool thing like everybody else is. I think every teen is depressed.
Trying to find themselves. Depression has been a thing that has been going on for forever, dude.
But I mean, shit, clinically, you can take medicine for it. That's how bad.
Anything. Yeah. I mean, I argue that because I could be depressed tomorrow and be like, go to my doctor, I need meds, and then give it to you. Clinical depression, not everybody, to me is...
Well, see, I'd prefer the doctors that would say, you know, from my own personal experience with some medication, like there's people that medication works for people, and there's people that medication doesn't work. It can make things worse, you know? So that's why there's like a really fine, like that's what doctors are so quick to say, well, let's go ahead and try this. But at your first thought of a suicide, let me know. And it's like, well, if this is going to make my suicidal thoughts worse, why the fuck are you giving it to me?
Mm-hmm.
If there's a possibility of it enhancing a thought. But at the same time, there are pills. I'm not bashing pills, because there are people that pills work for people, and that's great. If they work for you, fucking A. But
when there's some topics, especially depression, I don't understand, because I'm sitting there going, everybody gets so fucking depressed. I'm depressed right now. I'm depressed because it's dark outside and not sun shining. I mean, do I need a goddamn pill for that? Because I didn't want to wake up to do anything today?
Making any more music videos.
I'm sort of gonna reach. I'm gonna reach into this and talk very specific real quick. And
go.
For those of you that aren't in my particular Discord, you won't see this. But for those of you that are here that see it, in my channel, my server, I have a You Are Not Alone channel, and there's a few stories that people tell in there, and we had a recent one where someone is getting help. I'm not going to say names, but But if you are going to come to my Discord and start some stuff, I'm going to kick you out and ban you. So don't even think about doing that. Okay? So, aforementioned pre-warning for bans is out there, people. Okay? But anyway, yeah, people are getting help, and some people it works. Like, at that level, I'm saying at that level, of course, get the help.
Yeah.
Go to the hospital. Don't sit and wait. Don't mess around with that. Even if you feel like you need to get a hold of me.
I still don't understand. Okay, depression, is it that worse now? Is it? And how can you compare? Yeah. I mean, how can you compare a guy with PTSD from the war to a 17-year-old who didn't get to go to prom or something? Do you see what I'm saying?
You know what, though? There's a different level to that. Like, of course, everybody has their own levels of thing. But at 17, going to prom is a big deal. Like, that is a big deal for 17. Like, if you can't get to go because, you're sick or things happen or whatever, like, that is a big deal. Like, I'm not trying to push the PTSD guy out of the way, but that's like, yeah, of course you're going to be low because of that.
Yeah.
Like, do you need medication for it? Probably not. But, I mean...
Yeah. And if you think about it, PTSD, like, it's... Yeah, if you're in the war, yeah, that shit's... It happens. It hits them hard, but you gotta think,
I'm just using them as examples. There's levels of depression.
But at the same time, you can get PTSD without being in a war. Like,
I know. Like Chappie, she has PTSD from being an ambulance paramedic for so long.
Yeah. So. You don't know. You don't know. And that's the thing with life. We don't know what each other's lives were. We don't know what our pasts are. What were people's childhood? What were their upbringings like? What's going on?
Report it too, Polly. Like, right now, it seems like more people are reporting that they feel really bad.
And you're right. That is good. I mean, here lately, you make a good point. I know this is changing yet again to another topic, but yes, now everybody's being more verbal.
Vertical.
You have the hash me too. You have, like you said, people are now coming out saying, yes, I suffer from depression. Okay. Yes, I am some other kind of gender that's unknown yet. Great. It's beautiful. We're seeing all this great stuff. Is that going to be bad after a while? I don't think so, but it could.
I think it's empowering people.
Yeah, say what you text. I'm sorry.
And I think some people abuse that too. Like you're saying, like, on the flip side, yes, some people do, like, say, hey, I'm feeling, all that, and it's really nothing to work yourself up about. And I'm like, there are people that are like that, and it's unfortunate that they're like that, but in most cases, you can tell the person that is actually clinically feeling bad compared to the person that's just looking for the attention. And that's shitty. And I'm like,
Sorry, I'm trying to not cut you off there, but we are out of time, so we're going to do final thoughts. So we're going to start from top. So, Frasley, final thoughts.
I'd say every person's a case-by-case basis, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. So, if you're feeling a certain way, talk with people, and don't just keep it inside, because I know in my own mind, if I keep things in my head, it's going to eat me up inside. And like I've sometimes have felt like a certain way, and then I had to talk with people and really think things through.
Yeah. All right, Jirok.
Yeah, mine's not really a final thought. It's just more of a message to anybody who's listening that is feeling depression or feeling anything, for real, seek help, talk to somebody. Do not be afraid to share your thoughts. Just, sometimes just talking to people, get it off your chest can be enough to just help ease your feelings or even your pain. But it's very real. depression is real, thoughts are real, and it's very important that you seek help if you feel like you're in a hole. So, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Zeph?
Echoing what they said, but I also say this. Be good to yourself and other people.
Oh, yes.
Don't be that guy. And also, come into my Discord. I have resources for you. Use them. Like, there is like a pay channel that I have that gives you a list of things. And if you don't feel like using them, contact me. I'm there. I'm the head person in there. I'm Zephyriah the Adventurous. We can talk. It's not a big deal.
All right. The funny Jen.
Silence is gold, baby.
Cupcake. She is doing arts and craft thing. If you guys didn't know that, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
So she's doing some craft stuff coming up, and we're gonna post the stuff in the God, I can't talk right now. We're gonna post all her information in the show notes. So when the show comes out, you're gonna see all the links of where she's gonna be at and all that good stuff. So I'm proud of Cupcake. I want to see. She's been sending me pics over time of all her stuff. It's really cool. She has stuff from Doctor Who to Christmas. Dude, she makes these really cool little Christmas like coffee mugs that like float in the air and do all this really cool stuff. I really like it. It's pretty good. And now she's on shirts and doing all this really cool thing. And my favorite right now that she has is the phone stand. Yeah. It's a Doctor Who phone stand.
Nice.
Cupcake says talking about real issues in a positive light is not always a bad thing.
No, Cupcake, not at all. It's not a bad thing at all. No, it's not. It is real. But for me though, man, I get on Facebook, and what I love about Facebook, this is me as a person. What I love is I get on and I see people like friends that I don't talk to anymore from like high school, shit like that. I see them posting pictures with them and their kids. I see that, I see this, I see that. And then I go down to like somebody else, and here's an argument about politics. Here's an argument about something else. Here's an argument. And to me, it's like, why the hell are we arguing? Why can't social media be what it was meant to be for? Why can't it be just, let's have our kids be shown? It's for the people like a friend of mine who's overseas that I can't talk to on the phone. That's the only reason I've still even got it.
See, you hit the nail on the head. That's what I think of social media for, bridging the gaps of geography. I don't really hang out with Josh unless we're playing a video game or talking about something that was on Facebook. And I love it for that. I love when the first snow or ice storm hits. I love getting right on Facebook or Twitter or whatever and look at everybody talking about how the storm is coming in. That excites me.
Yeah.
Do you think, so I was watching this thing on Netflix about the 90s, and back in late 89 to 90, that's when CBS, ABC, NBC, whatever, the major networks were sold to companies versus being their own entity, which then turned the news into what it is now. And a lot of reporters talked about how now we're all commercialized. It's no longer about talking about the news. It is only talking about what can make us money. Now, with social media in the beginning, I'm pretty sure it was probably more of what we just said. But do you think now they have commercials, kids are making money off this thing, that it's now going to be, do you think that's what it is now? That's why we have this shit going on now?
Absolutely, I'll say it.
Okay, good. So
I think so, because man, let's just be real. Money is just what's the saying? I can't think of the saying right now. But money is probably one of the most. It's greed, man.
Yeah,
money's fucking greed, and once you get it, money corrupts, and once you get a taste, you don't want anything else. You just need it. It's a drug. It's addicting. That's fucking money. There's people that need it. There's people that, you got homeless people, but shit, man. I love to eat too, Cupcake. I'm fucking hungry now that you said it. But it is though. It's just, and that's the game. Like, look at how many major companies out there treat their employees like shit just so that they can save a buck. Mm-hmm. Look at all of these things. Like, man, it's sad to me that people care about money more than human beings.
Yeah,
it saddens me.
Well, now we have a new generation that's coming in. Right. Maybe things will change. Maybe social media will bring things to life. I mean, the hashtag Me Too has done great things for, in my opinion, to celebrities you never knew were fucking weirdos. So,
right.
Probably a bad example, but okay.
Just a love it. Oh, God, love it.
All right. Well, I think we've touched it. But like I said, we went on the dark side. And I'm really glad we did that not because I want to talk about depression, not because I want to talk about this, but it was like you said earlier, that's what social media has made us into.
Yeah.
And that's the bad side effect that comes from it, among other things.
Yeah. So. There's some positives and there's some negatives, but
All right, now I think I'm good and done now.
Okay, good.
So, thank you everybody for coming on the show again. This has been great.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Everybody, it's been wonderful. I'm going to get off.
Yep, hope to see you guys next week.
I hope to see y'all next week. Cupcake, Toodaloo, Polly, Zeph, bye.
Yep, everybody check the show notes for Cupcake's upcoming events so you can go and buy her products and help support the her flagship. So there you go.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Miscellaneous Podcast. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to the show. You can find us on almost all podcast platforms. You can also contact us at miscellaneouspodcast17@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook at MISC Podcasts and on Twitter at MISC Podcast 17.
And you can call or text using our Google number, 314-403-0151. That's area code 314-403-0151.
Welcome to Frazzleville. I am Mayor Frazzly. What is Frazzleville? On your left, you see the huge Frazzlecast. This building has been around since June of 2017. It is the centerpiece of Frazzleville. You never know who you will meet inside of the Frazzlecast building. On the right, the Frazzle Report. It is the latest source of information for World of Warcraft, and they are never afraid to report the news that no one else is willing to ever report on. Up ahead, the inspirational building, it is Be Great Today. And through it, inspiration, you will hear stories. It's amazing. The services are always packed every Sunday, so get there early. Now, this dilapidated building over here is the Tony D Zone. If you go inside of there, you don't know what you'll get, and he can ramble, so don't talk to him, otherwise you won't be able to shut him up. Thank you all, everybody. Have a great day.
What'd you guys think of that?
Wow.